Okay, well, what was your answer? Going this way or going over there? Well, if you said going over there, I think you're right on, and that's what I'm going to end up doing, because I won't have that much pipe exposed. I'll just have one straight little bit there and an elbow before it's straight again and then looped up and over. Here was one other thing. Had there been a nice little groove there, you see there's a hole here. And that hole was initially designed, all this patio is angled down away from the house, and because that wall was there, the water would go out through that hole. Okay, and I thought there was one there, right there too. Is that one right there? Yeah, that. You know what? That's one. There's a hole there too. I didn't see that hole before. So look at that. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I saw that hole, and see there's some other holes over here. If you ever have a block wall, this was a block wall, and then they covered it with stucco. Okay, you see there's a little drain hole there, there's one there, there's one right here, and I should probably clean those out for Motha too. Put a stick through there and make sure that's all cleaned up, because after a while it gets all gunked up, and I'll bet you those need to be cleared with a stick or something. And you know, these are big enough. I think I can fit the pipe through there and tie it in on the other side, come out right there, and then across. I only have from there to there before I can put an elbow, 90-degree elbow in that inside corner right here, and then come out, and then maybe just loop up right from that point up to this, and then come in. Or I could put a 90-degree elbow there and then have it sweep up. And I think I might do that, and that I'll have two elbows on there, and that would keep that little piece straight maybe. Well, we'll have to see. Then I won't have to do it out here. Well, there's my other option. Okay, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Come out of that hole right there. All right. Now that we've come up with a decision, go for it. You know, I spent way too long deciding all this stuff, but this is the type of thing you need to do when you've got plants in different areas, and how you're going to grab your drip irrigation to water certain things in your porch area or your walkway or wherever else you got your stuff. Okay, so now I'm ready. I'm going to go for it, starting at that hole right there. And see, I'm actually not too concerned about this. This slopes away from the house, but it also probably slopes this direction too. Water gets in there, it's going to come over this way, and my tube is only 1/4-inch tubing. And let's see if you can see under there. I think you can. Okay. If I were to put the tube in that hole, I know that hole is about 1 inch in diameter. So if I put this one tube through there, and it goes, I'll have to straighten this out. Make sure, because that wall's about 9 inches thick. There it goes. See? I can look. Let's look from over the other side. Make sure it's coming out. Or actually, we'll just look over this wall here. There it is. Can you see it? We can see it right there. Okay, that's that. Boy, I just stood on this, and it seemed wonky. Look at that. This thing was initially glued down to the concrete, and it's loose. I didn't know that. Be careful with that. That may be, you know what? It might not be glued at all. It might just be sitting there. Sitting on there. And I always thought it was glued. Funny thing, huh? I could always glue that down another time. But my point is, this hole is so big. It's an inch in diameter or more. And even though I have this going through there, there's plenty of area for water to still go through from this patio, right? There's still plenty there. Got that hole, got this hole. Anything else will run around. I don't know why they should have drilled another hole over here, but they didn't. And this probably slopes this way and it goes out and kabing kabang kaboom. Okay? So that's how I'll do it. And you know, I never plan anything exactly before I make a video. You're seeing what I go through in order to get things done, okay? So now I don't know. First off, let's get my knee pad here. I don't know where the drip is under here and where I'm going to tie in. I first have to find a little drip irrigation piece. Then I've got to figure out where the main line is. Is the main line coming in at the back side? Is it coming in from the front side? So all I'm going to do is, first thing I'm going to do is, I guess I've got to come back in here in the garage, and I'm going to just turn the sprinklers, the dribblers on so I can hear it, maybe see it. I'm going to turn water, all zones now. That's zone 1, 2, 3, 4. I know it's zone 5. And they've got it set for 30 minutes. You look over here, front drip, 30 minutes, back drip, 30 minutes. Number 6, 1 through 4 is grass. 1 and 2 is the front, sod, 3 and 4 is the back, sod. Okay, so I know it's 5, and I got it on right now. I didn't have to mess with that timer at all, other than just manually turn it on. That's all you want to do. Okay, so I'll come out here and we'll get under here in a minute and check this out. I want to see if it is bubbling. In fact, yes, it is. See, right there, I can hear them. You hear it? Anytime you hear stuff like that, it's the air blowing out of the system a little bit. This one's dribbling. See, down there. I can hear it down in there. You're always going to hear that when it first goes on. Okay? So now I can do some probing under here. And that could be kind of tricky in itself. So I could see, man, exactly where it's coming out. I've got to get down there and get it located. There's not much room. There's not much room down in there, is there? My guess is it's on this back side, but I don't know. I'll find it. Well, I turned the sprinklers on, and I finally found a bubbler in the middle. There's one for each tree. There's 3 bushes, and then it all kind of flows together. And I thought it was going in from the back side, and I crawled in through there, crawled in from that end, came across, got down in there, and I actually found a drain back there. I didn't even know we had a drain. See where my hammer is? Right on the left side of the hammer, there's a drain right there. That way, if this area gets too full of water, it'll It's supposed to drain through there instead of going out on the sidewalk and on the grass and down that way. It was all covered up, but I found it. So now I'll kind of clean up the dirt around there and restack the rocks and stuff. But I couldn't find, I started digging right in here. I couldn't find anything. And I thought, okay, I followed the drip that was going next to this, and it was all covered down underneath the ground. I could hear it. So I got that resituated. I knew it was, I figured it was coming from the other side. And I did some digging here. I moved all the bark over first before I started digging. Let's get you down there. Let's get you down there. You see there? There it is. I haven't had to dig a little bit with my screwdriver. And the drain is right here, okay? So I knew they had a ditch in there for the drain. I don't know where it comes out at. And I figured they probably put this down in that same ditch. And sure enough, they did. But I don't have to uncover it any more than that, do I? If you remember how I'm going to poke it, I'm going to poke a little hole on this pipe so I can poke it right through the side. And here's my line. And I thought, okay, where am I going to go? Am I going to go right there? Over here? I think I'm going to go over like that, over on this side. That way this can flop down and scoot up through there. But before I hook it up, I've got to make a little trench here, because see, here was a root here, there's another root over there. So as I fish this, I'm going to have to fish it underneath everything. And then it's going to come in and it's going to zip in there sideways like that. And I just have to come out with the coupling straight, and then this tubing will bend all by itself. See, I don't need a 90-degree elbow there. And this was the one, this was the bubbler. It's on a little stand. The stand was sideways and this was all down in the ground. So now I've got that pooched up above that. And before I do this, I've got to get in on the other side, dig it all out kind of like this. And if there's any other roots over there, chances are there are. Because see, this is a big bush now. There's all kinds of roots. Here's a big one here. There's another one down there. It comes across here. And so I'll dig some more over there. Got my hammer ready, got my cutters ready, got my screwdriver ready. And I thought maybe I'll use this too, but really don't really need that per se, because I just used my hammer, my claw on the hammer. You know, and I got my gloves on and everything. And so I'll get back in there and get going some more.